All right, and we're live. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special, big up. Shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay at home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers, Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery, long distance and round town drivers. Shout out to the garbage truck drivers, very essential. Shout out to every single clean hearted, good hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. If you haven't subscribed to Eat Good TV yet, then you're behind the curve. Another person has won $100. We were doing some $100 giveaways. That's the third $100 giveaway in what we've given away $300 in 3 weeks, $100 per week, right? Um, so without your ticket, which is the green, I seen somebody say, SouFlo, how come me never win nothing yet? Well, the person, you didn't even have your green, my friend. You didn't even pay your liquor $9.99 and get your membership for this channel. And I told you that you have to have that at least in order to win, right? It's like it's like playing the lotto. You have to have a ticket and a dream. That's it. So yeah, you gotta have your ticket. Get your membership for SouFLoTV. Go subscribe to Eat Good TV and subscribe to Shakira's Fair channel as well. And one of the channels I will pick a winner at the end of the week, and we will give away $100. We're trying to get to a certain amount of people with the green, and then we can start giving away $500 every time we do a giveaway. And the next one after that is $1,000 every time we do a giveaway. So we're doing real things, and we're trying to accomplish some goals here. Help us out, all right, and help yourself out in the process. Big up on yourself, and thanks for being here this morning. I'm up and feeling good, even though I didn't go to bed until late, but I still get some good sleep, so I feel good. All right, I'm gonna big up some people this morning. But before I do that, no long talking because y'all had me straying yesterday, reminiscing yesterday. You know, anytime I start talking about Jamaica, it's gonna be a long morning and I can't get off the topic. So I'm going to go straight into the topics that we were supposed to do yesterday, right? I couldn't find time to make 4 different videos for you yesterday. So here we are. Rewind. Our topics for this morning: the missing corrections officer and the suspected killer. All right. A correction officer met a man at work. He was an inmate and she was a prison guard. And she ended up having some kind of relations with this man and aided in his escape. And now they're on the run and stuff like that, right? Why, when body good, I guess. Me not take body some, you don't know. I've heard them say it though. The next one is Florida mom leaves her 3-year-old asleep on the sidewalk to go to the club. She tuck in the little 3-year-old neatly, wrapped up in her blanket and all these things and leave her on the sidewalk, out the door, to go into the club. It's that time of the year. Florida is hot and festive and ever keeping, and there's a whole lot of madness that go on here. Man shoots his date in Florida after learning that his date was carrying the same tool that he was carrying. And the last one was the 16-year-old Nimitz High School girl whose mother's live-in boyfriend did a whole bunch of things to her. That one ain't so funny, but there's a lesson in that one that I want you to learn this morning, especially if you have children or you know somebody who have children, you know. Because some of you women, you have children and you're left alone. Your baby daddy gone because you made some poor choices, or you probably made the good choice and get married and did all by the books. It just never work out, right? So you end up with your children, but you're thirsty for man like how dry peas and desert want water. So the first man you meet a bat him eye 2 times like this, and him is your type. Short and stocky with a big belly, or tall and handsome and body chisel up. However you like them, he appeared. Next thing you know, he's moving into your house with your children. And I can tell you how these things go very wrong. You know, parents often make their decisions and move on. That's why I'm always saying a breakup where you have 2 adults and then children are concerned. It's 2 selfish ass adults that normally demolish a relationship, you know, and never think about the children. And the poor children have to deal. Like Daddy's getting new girl, a new woman. So what? You're gonna have to deal with this. And if you're with her long enough, you have to go call her stepmother. Mommy is getting a new man. This is my man, and he's here to help me pay the bills and dig out my hole, and you're gonna have to deal with it. So this is gonna be your stepdaddy. And the kids usually don't have a choice. They're just stuck in the middle until things go extremely wrong, like they did in this thing that we're going to talk about. See? All right. Before we get into our topics this morning, though, I don't want to wait too long to get to the topics and then end up talking about something else like we did yesterday. Let me scroll back to the top of this and big up some people this morning. Asserin Odetta, first one in the building. Big up yourself and thank you for being here. Thank you for having your green as well. Great Goodies is in the building, understands the assignment. Juno Bryan is in the building this morning. I'm sorry, I'm only bigging up green this morning. Little Red Gucci 2 is in the building this morning. Vanessa is here. Thank you, Little Red Gucci 2. Vanessa is here. Thanks for being here, Vanessa. Roxanne McIntosh is here. Teresa Lewis is in the building. Darlene Walter Riley is in the building. I appreciate you greatly, Darlene. Maxine Good as Gold is in the building this morning. Michelle Howell is in the building this morning. Gaba 876 is in the building. Wayne Nathan is here this morning. Wayne Nathan says, good morning. Up. In the building this morning. Steve Wright, you drop a big donation and you don't have no green and you explain yourself already. So big up yourself this morning and thank you for being here. I appreciate you greatly. This money I dropped $60 one time and it's $9 for a membership and he just can't get to the membership. So anyhow, Guava 876. Wayne Nathan is here this morning. Fivefield 63 is in the building this morning. I appreciate you greatly, Fivefield 63. Thank you for being here with us this morning. Morning, everybody, all the way from GB. GB as in Great Britain. Oi. Pussy Galore is in the building this morning. It's like midday in Britain right now. In Britain. Is that midday in the UK right now, isn't it? Press 123 is in the building. Rosalind Smichael is in the building this morning. Big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Lovely Anika says, I can't seem to find the link for the paid subscription. Lovely Anika, it's right next to the subscribe button, right? I mean, you're subscribed to enough of your favorite channels on YouTube, so it's not hard to find the subscribe button. It's right next to it. If you can't find it on your phone, then you might have to get to a laptop, which was the issue a lot of people were having. Other than that, you should be able to find it. I appreciate you. Thank you. Lady J is in the building this morning. Big up yourself, Lady J. Thank you for being here. Audrey Minot's here. Roxy21 is in the building. Kai Tai Jai Empress is in the building this morning. Kai Tai Jai. Guava 876 is in the building this morning. Guava, you're up on your lunch break already. I said, shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Some people still there at work. Some people been pushing it. There's no way you on lunch break already. That means you're halfway through your shift, right? And it's 7 o'clock, 6, 5, 4, 3, unless you live in a place where it's different time zone. But go and enjoy your lunch. What you have? Bully beef sandwich? What you care for lunch today? My granny used to make beer bully beef sandwich, give me until them start calling me bully beef at school. And run. Them start run me, they call me bully beef. Got beer bully beef sandwich and hard dough bread. That's how I used to get for lunch in my lunch box. Lessa Stevens is in the building this morning. Big up yourself. Seymour Bennett there. Thank you for being here. Jet Shelley is in the building. Big up Jet Shelley. I appreciate you being here, fam. Pauline Graham is here. Dorothy T and Audrey Wright are in the building. Solji 819 in the building this morning. Always festive. Big up yourself and family. Michelle Howell is in the building and Erica Dean is also here. Erica says, good morning, everyone. It's always a great feeling waking up and feeling relaxed. Yeah, and feeling healthy. That part. Sean Cassell is in the building this morning. Watch the soldier start already, Me end up leaving and find food yesterday. Y'all did me bad with the food talk. May I tell you, bully beef and rice can go down at any time, Yeah. Quick and easy, Kerry Ann Jones. Jane Andler is here. Jane Anders in the building this morning. Unstoppable Josh there. Unstoppable Josh, big up yourself. Divine Order says shalom, shalom. I appreciate you, Divine Order. Thank you so much. Divine Order was the winner of our last $100 giveaway. Live from Chicago. Morning thoughts. We all over the place. It's a blessing. Andrea Shervers is here this morning. Devin Gale is here this morning. Sharon is here this morning. And Arlene 876 is in the building this morning. Mesa is here this morning. And Anita Kanan is here. If I missed your name and you're in green, you already know that it's love. Same way, manners and respect. Same way. All right. Let's start out with, let me see. Let's start out with the date. It's not a nice thing to go on a date. And let's speak about that alternative lifestyle. Let me get my disclaimer out first. I always say this before my talk, every time we have one of them topic there, because people see this flag and people have a big, I remember Dutty Berry. Everybody know Dutty Berry, right? Big up to Dutty Berry. Dutty Berry came to the US, and Dutty Berry, there was a red carpet event premiere for some big movie play, something going on, and he went to the premiere. And him have him recorder, and he decides to get to the main characters or the stars in it, and him put up him thing to the person out like a journalist, and says something to the man, and the man looked on Dutty Berry and said, "Y'all still killing gays in Jamaica?" And did like that. Y'all still killing gays. Now that's kind of embarrassing, because you go up there as a journalist and you're like, "So I'm enjoying the play. I've loved it. I've seen it. So tell me about your character in the play." And he goes, "Y'all still killing gays in Jamaica?" And I remember that. So people automatically see the flag. And as soon as you do any topic that has to do with an ulterior lifestyle, them say, "Yep, it's one of those. I'm not even listening." And then go about them business. My disclaimer, I am a person that believes in coexisting. I did not create Earth, and whoever created them created me also. So obviously we're all supposed to be here. So we have to go slice up that something here and share it. I give zero damns what another man wants to do with him body parts, or another woman want to do with them body parts. They're not borrowing minds to do it, and they're not doing it to me. So live your life. Be out in the open. I encourage transparency. That way we know who is who. And when if I go left, I go left and you go right. If I'm not into what you're into, I respect people that respect me. And that's my bottom line, no pun intended. Respect me, I respect you. Show me love, I show you love. That's about it. And that's where I draw the line. All right. So this ain't no hate, nothing. I'm going to say some things, but I don't want you to take it the wrong way. Cool? All right. So this man shoots his date. Bah! Pull out him gun and shoot him dead. Because when he learned that this was not a woman. But listen to the circumstances surrounding this situation right there. So because I think that some of these men be getting themselves into stuff, and it like ain't no way you didn't know. But anyhow, Panama City Beach, Florida. It gets wild out there, okay? An Alabama man who is in Florida said that he shot the man when he got into the truck on an online date and discovered that the driver was a man and not a woman. I don't know if him said the body print out in the tight skirt or what. It's like, you're holding, mate. You're packing. Why you have a weapon on this date? That's not a weapon. I'm just happy to see you. I discovered the driver was not a woman. The pickle was sticking out, right? It was a man. And him just pull out him gun and shoot the man. Marquise Player. Check it. Fiction can never beat life. Here the man name now, Marquise Player. So Marquise Player is a player. He's living up to his name. See? Him out and we're in a different world. We're in a different world. I told y'all before. This ain't like back in the day where we had to meet somebody in person and sweet talk the person who you're interested in, or send a little note like when me did their school and get in a trouble about my body is too big for your pum pum, and my grandfather them nearly killed me and them something there. That these things not nowadays, you just get on your phone and you're like, I like you, slide in DM, send pic, they come back or view your profile. Next thing you know, it could happen same day, it could happen an hour later if them close enough they buy you. Like the world just got closed in because of the internet. Marquise is 19 years old and he's from Selacoga, Alabama. And he was meeting his date in the parking lot of a Front Beach Road motel. Holy red flag already. Holy red flagger. At 3:30 a.m. You know, my granny used to say nothing good on their road them time there morning, you know. It's only criminal and police out there. Now, which one is you? You know? So it's nothing good on their road them time there morning. It's only criminal and police, yes. Which one is you? I true granny did a talk. Nothing good on their road 3:30 a morning. When me there road 3:30 a morning, you see, me drunk and staggering and looking for a ride home because I'm probably coming out of somebody's facility. I've had one too many. I'm gonna go out to party. I'm gonna try to come off of the road before somebody mistake me as a prostitute or a criminal, right? Police come kick on my foot and all these things. Uber, taxi, yeah. So this morning at 3:13 in the morning, you set date with stranger, with somebody you've never met before, and you choose to meet at 3:30. Just a rule of thumb: if you're going to go this route to get somebody, make sure that you meet in broad daylight where you can see everything, because them can tuck the Adam's apple. You see it? Them can tuck the Adam's apple, them can shave it down, them can tape down the same thing, them can the same thing, them can do all kind of something. So make sure that it's broad daylight. Going on McDonald's, you know the McDonald's them always bright in the light, them a shoot movie in there. Going somewhere bright and sit across from the person. You see, you have a table already set where you can sit across from the person. If anything happens, you're cut. I'm going to the bathroom, I'll be right back. And you go through the back and you're gone, right? Yo, son, I just left that dude at McDonald's. Dude, what dude? The one I was supposed to meet, the one I jumped in the truck with. It was a dude? Yeah, it was a dude. Big old Adam's apple, 5 o'clock shadow on his face with all the mascara and makeup and stuff, foundation. Take time, put on them makeup and everything and ready up for you. And if you slip, you slide. All right? And it goes down in Florida. Them I meet at the Front Beach Motel, Front Beach Road Motel. We say back road, them say Front Beach Road. At 3:30 a.m. You wasn't having no date. You was looking for some crutches. That's what you was doing. Sunday after arranging the encounter through a app. Watch this now. Hold on, now go over there, go look. The app name is Tagged. Tagged. Somebody supposed just start cheat. She gonna tag. Him gonna tag. Don't blame me. I just read the news. All right. The app name is Tagged, and you can meet people in your area on Tagged, an online dating app. And then they hooked up again on Snapchat and decided, so we're gonna take it to the front Beach Road Motel and meet outside in your vehicle. So that you jump up in at the big truck when the big truck come. All right. Players told investigator that after hopping into the person's truck and saw that the dude, this date was a man, he became frightened and he didn't know what else to do. So the first thing his instant reaction was to pull out his gun and fire it. He fired one shot, shot the man in the stomach, according to police report, and jumped out of the vehicle and ran. Me not laugh, but me have to laugh still because you kind of set yourself up for all that, man. 3:30 in the morning in Florida. I can tell you ain't nothing good going on. And you have to meet a total stranger and jump up in their vehicle. It's not even them coming to your vehicle. You going into their vehicle. Yeah, you were walking into that splat party. You were walking into that. So I shot the man in the stomach. Now, after shooting the man in the stomach, player went to the room where he was staying, where 23-year-old Tadarius Dale, who came to Florida with him, was in the room chillaxing. And he told Tadarius Dale that, yo, I just shot somebody in the stomach, or I just shot my date, and we got to get out of here. The two men then drove away from the scene, from the motel, and left the state. Meanwhile, the shooting victim tried to drive away and crashed because he was passing out. and crashed into the same motel that he met his date on, his unsuspecting date on. He told everybody everything what happened. They have CCTV cameras. They know who was in the room. So they picked up players, and he was charged with aggravated battery with a firearm. And his roommate was charged with accessory to aggravated battery with a firearm in a newly released Bay Sheriff Office official said that the victim's injuries were serious, but they were not life-threatening. He's going to be okay after surgery. And they added that the motive behind the shooting is still really not understood and is still under investigation. You're 19 years old. Some big hairy white man show up in his 50s, show up with whips and chains in a mini skirt. Yo, be able to self and go on the bed, my friend. That's why these young people be looking old as hell. You up cruising at 3 o'clock in the morning looking for Putin and found ding ding. Go to your bed. Invest your energy in resting and try start an online business or something. You're out there do foolishness. Yeah. Hold on. Watch this. Watch this. I gotta show the picture. Florida man. Hold on. Florida man shoots date after finding out that date was a man. Mm. Enough for the better. Go to your bed. But listen up. You see these people though, and I say these people because this is where it gets weird. Here's the dude. See me? In case you were wondering what he might look like, it's one of us. Seen there, one of our children right there. In case you were wondering what he looked like. He's the one that organized and arranged the date. Okay, Snapchat, that's their kind of thing. Tagged and all that, that's their kind of thing. This is the new generation. This is how they meet people, and this is how them get a quick joke and go back which part them did there and act like nothing happened and all that. See them there, see him there. All right, he is now in custody because him shoot the man because the man show up in a miniskirt with one long pickle, and the pickle longer than the miniskirt, and him frightened. Oh, he got frightened. You spooked him, John. You spooked him. He wasn't ready. People have to keep on drinking tea, because like some of y'all know, I'm getting over this corona stuff, COVID stuff, and my throat always still dry. So I have some turmeric and ginger this morning. Grate some fresh ginger in there, and I'm a turmeric tea. So don't mind me sipping. All right, we're still talking. We're still talking. Now check it. Some of these people, right? They know it is like a challenge for them because I've heard some of them speak, and I'm not saying this is for all of them. This is not a blanket statement. This is not like you saying all black people are ghetto dwellers and all that, and all white people are racist. This is not one of those statements. But I've heard some of these people speak, and their goal is to get a straight man and trick the straight man into what them into. They're not even interested in their own type, who's interested in a them. You know, them interested in a somebody who is unsuspecting, who's probably going to say, "Okay, I'm too drunk anyways, so let's go ahead with it. I won't tell if you won't tell." Kind of sitting, and them something. That's something that them look for. So I commend the dude for being that quick on his reaction. Nope, you're not driving off with me. I see this. You a man. Bah! No, I'm not saying he should have shot him, but I'm saying, what you would have done? What would you have done? That could be traumatic. Imagine if they went any further than that. Hmm? Some people, you didn't know that there was a story a couple of years back. Remember when you used to watch Jerry Springer? Not Jerry Springer, the other one. What? Jerry Springer, man, a Jerry Springer. The dude went home and killed the other dude because him never know all along said this was a man. And this man carrying pump on TV. Come talk about, yeah, we've been making out, Jerry, but we never really took it to, the voice that sound like it's cracking, but we never really took it to the next level yet. And Jerry is like, but y'all been making out. So didn't his hand ever go? Cause when y'all kiss woman, That me, if me I kiss woman, my hand I go everywhere. All right, me I check everything. Okay, yeah, hold that there. All right, something wrong there. So this and that. They've been kissing and touching. This person I talk about, yeah, but every time his hand goes down there, I push his hand away. And he always wondering why, Jerry. So today I just give him the whole secret. That dude got up and went home and killed that man. You brought me on TV, you embarrassed me. Now everybody in the town thinks I'm gay because they come from a small town somewhere in the USA. Go look it up. Go look up the story. I read the story. Yeah, you have to, not true. Jane Ander, you have to do some feel up, and feel around. Woman, I feel around, she I feel to see if you have something where she can work with. Is it possible? Or she not necessarily want it today, but she gonna say, oops, my hand slipped. He's working with something. Okay, I can deal with that. Or God Almighty, me no want that. That no feel normal. Or, you know, whoever she gonna say. Same thing for we. We need to check out the merchandise in the meantime. I mean, if my tongue is in your mouth and you're sucking on my lips, I might as well go ahead and check out the rest of the merch. It's like buying a car. You're not gonna lift up the hood. What, you just gonna look at the outside of the car and like, oh, that's a pretty car. 10,000, you say? All right, seat here. And drive off in the car, broke down 2 blocks from which part you buy it? No. You're going to lift up the hood, you're going to look in there, you're going to make sure this good and that good. You're even going to start it up a little bit and hear how it start. Click it. Okay, it's not starting. Something wrong. Something. This man wasn't checking out nothing. Him just did a tick kiss and tongue. And get to find out says a man. So some of them people are wicked. Wicked. I don't think it's right. I think it's so wrong. I think it is so wrong. And Mickey said, I cannot say, oh, he's wrong for firing the shot. Mickey said the man wrong. Because who, like, that's like the ultimate. That's like the ultimate for a straight man. Forget trick. Yeah, for a straight man, forget trick like this. Jaja. You can't even tell this experience that to your brethren them or nothing. You just, yeah, that's one that you have to hurt and hold. You know? Where I gonna tell your brethren them say? Your brother Mr. Me on the thing that they, you know, she jump on me, you know, and she start kiss me in a car out there, you know, and she just jump across, so you see me, so I slide back the seat, so see, and she come in, you know, she kissing on me, I said, blood, oh, I'm saying, can't happen right there, so, you know, and then I feel something start raise up on my belly, and I say, what that like a chick have one gun on her, you know, but she said she like gunman, and she must have her gun on her to one thing, and what you tell your brethren them, say, how do you explain that to your brethren them? You can't. Okay. So in other words, then be careful out there because there's some unscrupulous people out there that are into things that you're not into, and their joy is to drag you into it as well. I have had stories, believe it or not, this even happened in the military, where male soldiers take other male soldiers out for drinks and buy beer drinks for the whole night. New private, fresh out of the unit, drink him, pass out. He wake up in a barracks room, not his bed, body upon him, and stuff like that. Yeah, now you joined Uncle Sam's army to be all that you can be, and you ended up getting all that you never wanted. Quick fast. You see? Me not trust people, you know. This is why I don't trust people. This is why me and my wife are party, and then the two we look out for each other because we have the same responsibilities. We have children, we have one home, we have all kind of things to protect. We drunk out there, make we carry ourselves go our yard, we can't misbehave together, and all these things. But these things happen. See? Friend and friend. And then your friend that they look upon you from a long time and you don't even know it. You think you're in the company of good friends. Because these my homies. These your homies, all right. It happens a lot. Way more than you think. Right? My cousin got killed because he tricked someone. See, lovely case, and my cousin got killed because he tricked someone. They're wrong for that. They are wrong for that. But some straight man walking at them something here. Here's the red flags, which are obvious anyways. First of all, you're meeting people online, right? These are people you've never met before. Snap or Stop, wherever that app is. You've never met these people before. You don't know nothing about them people. And then Snapchat. I haven't been on Snapchat in years, but as far as I know how Snapchat work, I was trying to use it one time to promote SouFLoTV. Cause you know you have to depend on all the latest app them because that's how the world move. And I'm gonna try Snapchat, and Snapchat was just not my thing because everything is snapped. Basically, you see it and it gone. You see it and it gone. You see it and it gone. So I'm like, that's not holding anybody attention long enough. So I don't know how. I guess Snapchat has changed, and now them can DM each other and do like. Me don't know. Me not go back there, so I don't know. But somebody know. So your spouse know. Or if they're cheating, one of them know. Are you know? Cause you cheat. Are you know? Cause you cheated. Anyone use that app dodgy? Solely just anyone will use the app that is dodgy. Oh, tell Sen look at their feet. You know that. Yeah, you know someone have some big long toe with the toenail them start turn black and brown already, and them grip the head. When them it look like eagle claws. Grip the front of the high heel them. So, ooh, those Gucci red bottoms, the Gucci red bottoms, them just a ball out. Leg of me leg. Big ass. Yo, size 15 you wear, brother. That's the first thing he probably did look at when him jumping that truck. Him I said, blood fire, that girl there put them big. Our size you wear, mama. I wouldn't be surprised if he was Jamaican. It's probably Jamaican living in Alabama that traveled to Florida. Because you see how him act quick, right? The man have him pipe on him. And you see how him act quick. That's a Jamaican thing. Them they out there cruise back road, all kind of hours. But you're not in Jamaica, my friend. You're in Jamaica, you're gonna get a girl. No, me not a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. Because I saw a documentary about Jamaica and it was men that were dressed like women. So it happened in Jamaica too. Happened in Jamaica too. But anyhow, brother said, nah, him act fast. Him act fast. Him look like a one away. Jump in that truck and first thing you notice are them big old foot them. Blood fire, that girl foot them big. What's up, mama? Everything all right? And you hear, yeah, I'm good. I mean, yeah, I'm good. Boy, me hear the first part. Oh, your voice so strong. What are you talking about? Pie. I'm lucky I one shot the man boss. It could have been worse. Could have been worse. Time could have bust off a bag of shot, empty the clip. The man said was frightened. Not true? With your big foot them. I grip up your they can't hide the foot and them can't hide the hand them. No matter what kind of what they do, the foot and the hand them can't hide. I be watching them movies. I see them. As soon as I see them, I say it. Even the ones that are so passable that look like there's no way you can tell. Ask wifey. As them come on the screen, I say, oh man that. As them come on the screen, I say, oh man that. How you know? Oh man. Watch and see. Somewhere way down in the movie. Well, I've got something to tell you. I say, here it comes. Oh man, that you never see the big hand all along because the man hand big. Woman hand no big, so even tall woman them hand not so big. This a man hand look like some construction worker. Him look like him work out in the cornfields, like him plow yam hill with them the hand there. Them hand is not womanly. The hand gave him away for me. Yeah, him plow yam hill with them hand there. Them hand they gave him away for me. It's the hand. It was the hands for me. Not even have to look down to the feet because they're not showing the feet. You know, and if they're driving the car when they come pick you up, they feet them underneath the dash because them have to gas and brakes done. So you might not be able to see the feet. And you have the little console in the middle so you can't really see the foot. Look for the hands. They can shave Adam's apple. Them have something now we take with the beard, 5 o'clock shadow beard, where the skin smooth like the back of your hand. You can't see no hair, and then them apply the makeup and all that. They got all kind of facial stuff for them can do. Y'all seen people contour makeup right online and end up looking like somebody totally different. So you know, so makeup shouldn't be it. It shouldn't be your go-to thing. Long hair can buy at any store, so don't make that fool you either. And if this person is really into that lifestyle, some of them grow them real hair. And them can get implants. and I swing two big titty. So don't make that fool you neither. I'm just trying to help. Me not out there look for nothing, so I don't have to worry about nothing. Me know which part where me want there. I'm good. I'm good. For those of you who are still on the prowl, all right. I'm just saying. Now here's this like a mad woman now. See? So they get some surgery, but most don't get the picker cut off. They get hormone treatments too. Divine order. Yes, I'm very well aware. And it helps to change their voice, right? And make them look softer and more feminine. That jawline can't hide from me though. Miss when me see the strong neck on the jaw them, me already know. I don't care how much makeup them put on it, me see them from a mile away. I'm like, that's a man. You'll see. And I know it's offensive to some of them because they're trying so hard to look like a woman that when you tell them that's a man, they're really offended. Again, this is not me saying nothing about a community at large. I'm talking about individuals. Some of them look tough, and I don't know how some man say, I got fooled, I got tricked. Maybe it's a vision thing. Maybe them vision cloudy. It's 3:30 in the morning. I'm guessing this brother probably was drinking, probably smoke a little something, say my charge up. Because what decent woman wants to meet you at 3:30 a.m. that has never met you before and slide up to your motel and you're gonna jump into her vehicle? It's either a cell crutches girl that or is some or is somebody will have some ill intentions for you, right? So J819 said them can't shave them so them can't shave off them shoulder, Solid J. The shoulder them broad like some NFL player when them have on them pads and them helmet and everything. And them can't take down the size of them big head. You know, woman most most women have a small head, okay? Most men have one big head. Certain things you can't change. Yeah, damn, she an Amazon. Why her shoulders so wide? As a man, because it's a man. John spent the last 4 years of high school playing football. That's why he's shaped like that. Yes, and then him change him name after him did done college, and him call himself Joan now. He's a man. You see him head big, like football helmet. You see him shoulder them broad. All right. NFL him did a go. The National Football League is a man. You stay there. Mm. They can't have babies now. They can have babies now. No, they can't have babies. They can't have babies. The ones that are having babies are the. So I've seen this. Let me walk you through this. What's happening here is shit about to get strange. What's happening? Girl, grab your tea. What's happening here is this. They have women out there, right? Who them born with the woman part. Them have the something. You know something them where straight man run down time one get shift your bag if you get come and top there. Them have that. But they're transforming their outer appearance. So them take on them titty completely, whether through surgery or whatever, and then now they have a chest that look like a man chest. See? Six pack and everything, suck out fat out a belly and belly six pack show and everything, and then they grow a beard, and it's a real beard. It's not a strap on beard, no pun intended. It's not a strap on beard. It's a real beard. They grow a real beard. So them have a real beard. Them have a real man face, but they still have the inner workings of a woman. Now it's a strange sight to see when you see a man with a full beard and everything on one big belly and he's giving birth, right? But it happens. That happens. If him did born with teely weely and him is a man, testosterone full up on everything, him now have no baby. They haven't gotten to that part yet of science, but I'm willing to bet that somewhere in the future them are gonna reach this up. What a rotted, clotted if them reach this up. You know what? Me no want there. I'm check out. Yeah, me I check out. Me no want there. Cause them are gonna start say them we don't need the women. Cause you don't need the women because we can have babies. Come hear them say, yo, the only thing we need women for is to have babies. Okay, so now that you can have babies, you don't need the woman them again, dot. So I be a man I go there. I don't want to be here. Me gone. Any day them find that me gone. Step off of the earth, so stop and let me off right here, God. Okay. They're working on it. Yes, Stash, they are working on it. It's true. They're working on a whole bunch of crazy stuff. There's another thing that they're working on is mixing human DNA with animal DNA to create a superior race or a superior species of humans. That way, when time you send your soldiers into battle, these soldiers are fearless and them have an immune system that can tackle anything. And they are half beast, half man. And them kind of something that when the average man see them, he's gonna like have heart failure. Cause you look on a 9 foot tall, 400 pound, chiseled to the max, some character will look like something people draw. They're working on that. They're working on that. They're working on incubators as well. No womb. Yes, Rochelle, you're absolutely right. They are. That's been their plan from day one to get rid of us. Boy, Tamika Pearson, mm, I saw man run this. I saw the Roe versus Wade stuff that got leaked. They claim that stuff didn't get leaked. They put that out. Roe versus Wade is what governs the whole abortion thing, right? And my thing about abortion is this. I wouldn't encourage it. I do believe that it should be legalized. Make sure you go take that up with God. I'm not God. I'm not a woman, so I can't speak on a woman's body. And I do believe that there are certain situations where it is called for. Yeah. Jane Ander, mutants. Some of the stuff we see in movies, I think they're just softening us up for before them drop it in our face for real. You know? So yeah, on the whole Roe versus Wade thing, I'm not a woman. I can't speak on a woman's body. I can't tell her how her period feel like. I can't tell her how. I don't know none of them something there. See, I think a woman should govern her own body. And if she decides that she want to dash out her catches willy-nilly and wild and breed that so and breed that so and dash rebellion, that's you. You take that up with God, right? But I don't think a man or a group of men sitting in a room in suit and tie with some big cigar and a scotch in front of them should get to dictate what a woman does with her body, right? They're gonna do it regardless. And that could put a lot of people in danger if you just outlaw abortion straight across the board. You know, you don't get to say that's like the FLA in Jamaica, who told the Chinese youth that your life is not in enough danger for you to acquire a firearm. And then Badman come back and executed his mom and his dad in their grocery store. See, you can't tell me that you get to choose that. Oh, your life's not in danger. You don't have a grocery store and nobody now bad down. Them breaking your shop a few times, but nobody never really come at you, so you're good, man. Well, give me a damn gun. That's why in the US, they don't ask no questions. You go fill out your paperwork and you get your firearm. If you use it wrong, you're going to prison like a prisoner. You understand? Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFLo. How you doing?
I'm good, family. How you doing?
I'm good.
All right.
I just want to clarify because CNN, MSNBC, and all of these news stations are not really telling the full story. Roe v. Wade is being overturned on a federal level. They're leaving it up to the state, each state, to decide for themselves if they want to have the abortion, what stipulations they want to have it or don't want to have it. But that message is not getting out.
So
they make it. Go ahead.
So what's gonna happen is kind of like the marijuana laws, where it's legal here and it's not legal there, and if you cross the state line,
Exactly. That's what they're going to do. One thing I can say, well, I don't know. I understand what you're saying, like it's not for a man, a bunch of men to sit down. True, to an extent. Because one, I think of two things. Because I think there's a lot of gaslighting anytime a man talk on this thing, shut up, all that kind of stuff. But the thing is that we elect, okay, the Supreme Court, we don't choose the Supreme Court, right?
Right.
But we have elected officials, we do choose.
Right.
We don't choose people and say, hey, you're a white woman, you can decide on white woman issues. You're a black man, you can decide on black man issues. That's not what we've done in this country.
Right.
We made it where we elect people to represent us, and they make decisions on behalf of everybody. Everybody understand that with every other issue, right?
Right.
Of course, we want women at the table. to be a part of the decision-making process. But the idea that, male Supreme Court justice must excuse himself from the table is stupid. That's not, there's no precedent for that. That don't make no sense. On the other side, there's only one way any of us reach here. Man don't have no other option to get here but through a woman.
Sure.
So the idea that a man cannot speak on his only entry point to life and cannot advocate for himself, it don't make no sense to me, personally. People will do what they want to do. I personally am not a big fan of it. I understand in certain situations, but you have people out here who use it as a form of birth control. You have in the Black community, half of our births end in abortion, regardless of economic status of the woman.
The Black community throws away more babies than anybody else.
Yes.
Yeah.
1,000 babies a day, almost 1,000 babies a day.
Right.
That is sick.
Careless.
Then we turn around and say, oh, we're a minority, we're depressed, we're oppressed, and all kind of stuff. You will always be on a minority if you abort half of your army. How can you grow? You're oppressing yourself. Because democracy is a majority rule country, right?
Yeah.
So the Black population is half of what it would have been. There's something wrong here. That's not.
We are outnumbered. We don't have the numbers.
But we chose to be outnumbered as a choice. See, one thing I always say as Black people, what we don't like is accountability. And for me, these past 2 years, as accountability season, I love accountability because it's a freedom. It sets you free.
Right.
It sets you free from a lot of mental slavery and mental bondage and your own oppression that you oppose on yourself. And I feel like the only way we as Black people will lift up is through accountability. Sure. Now, as I said, I understand certain situations, but there are 30 forms of birth control on the market, including Plan B. Make use of them. Make use of them. Right?
And in a lot of communities, it's free as well.
It's free, right?
Yeah.
So, yes, there's been incidents that happen, but there are a lot of reckless people out here. Reckless women, I have to say, because that's the only way everybody get here. So nature decided we are beholden, so I have to put it on us for that. We have to do something different because you cannot be blessed as a people when you kill half of your babies. God can't bless you. So we will always be oppressed. And if you don't believe in God, you believe in the universe cannot bless a people who sacrifice half of their future. It's not possible.
I agree.
So we have to start to make some different decisions.
Yes.
And stop saying man cannot be at the table because that's the only way man can reach the planet. Breathe life is through a woman. So I don't blame a man for advocating for himself. And the man who get the woman pregnant, you have to step up too. Because some women abort because they say, hey, this man is going to leave me. I'm going to be by myself. I'm going to struggle X, Y, and Z, X, Y, and Z. So the two of us are responsible, right? It takes two to make the child. The two of us are responsible and we have to do better. Or we shut up and take our oppression quietly. That's it. So I see it.
Deep one. I shall expound upon. Thank you. I appreciate you always.
Likewise.
Jaja. All right. Listen. I don't have to agree with everything that she said, but I don't have to say much for tell us that she just make a whole lot of sense. Wrong, all right? Right. The part where she said 1,000 babies a day or more, and there's no way that you can be a blessed people or receive blessings if you're killing off your army, half of your army. This is a democracy ran thing, right? That's all points. Well taken. We are outnumbered. And if we're killing, you know what somebody said to me a couple of years ago? They said, listen, they got us with Planned Parenthood, my friend. Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. This is Shelly.
Morning, Shelly. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Yourself?
I'm doing all right.
Okay, yeah. So I totally disagree with the lady that just called.
With everything she said?
Of course, because.
So wait. Not to cut you off. Before you go any further. So you disagree with the part that she said if we're killing 1,000 babies a day out of our own community, then that can't be grounds for blessings. You disagree with that?
Of course, I disagree with that.
All right.
Because how can because how can a people be blessed who's having pair out of wedlock children? They don't believe in the sanctity of marriage. Okay, they having children with these no good, dusty men. That's not gonna raise the children, especially these little boys, and they're gonna grow up and be a menace to society, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she's talking about abortion. Okay, but what about the grown people that were born that's killing themselves by the thousands? Ain't no police officer killing us like we are killing ourselves. And then when we're killing ourselves by the hundreds, where is Black Lives Matter? So
you're saying abort them before it gets to that stage, then?
Of course. Listen, if you, as a woman, okay, you're not married, you know the man you're messing with is a bum because you chose him, and you know you're gonna raise a child by yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Abort it. Why struggle? Right? These people, they don't want to take birth controls. Okay.
They don't want to abstain from sex.
They don't want to abstain. Okay. They want to F like rabbits and want to breed children into poverty. They don't leave any legacy for the children. Let me tell you something real quick, Phil, before I go.
Mm-hmm.
There was this woman, right, up here in America. I forgot what city that she was in, but she had 8 children, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think by 6 different men. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
She gets slapped with no because her friend was with a dusty and he was abusing her, right?
Yeah.
She decided, said she had to go over there to help her. Yeah? You know what a man do? A man beat the 2 of them with a hammer, right? Now she dead to leave her 8 children, right? So they had a program on YouTube about, well, you know, if a family member had died with 8 children, would you take in the 8 children, right? So the comment section was more like, hell no, you know, it's too hard raising one, you know, with 8, right? So some of the women was like, oh, you have to have compassion because they're children and that's not fair and blah, blah, blah. But one thing I noticed is the burden was only put on the woman, right? So no, fear mother, no. I'm gonna have to go take care of it picnic, right? Where this woman was so loose with her vagina and her womb to bring forth 8 children with 6 different men. You know what I say, SouFlo? Give the picnic them to the father, right? Because I'm gonna say, oh, Black women can't raise children right. You know, we can't raise boys right. Yeah, if you're not gonna dash with the belly, get a pick with them to the father.
But some of the fathers don't want them.
Excuse me?
Some of them fathers here don't want the pick with them.
That's why you do the abortion. Why bring children into the world when a man don't want to be fathers? That's what I'm saying. Right? If you know said a man is no good, why you have to take up yourself now and to go breed with a bomber clot man like, excuse me, like that?
Yeah.
You understand me I said?
Yeah.
No, take it out. Y'all gonna visit the picnic in the poverty, y'all work, and you should see these women. They fat, they out of shape, they always mad, they weeds look fucked up. Why? Because they stress.
I'm glad that woman said all this and not me, because I couldn't, because them would crucify me in here. So it's coming from a woman.
Yeah. Listen, me, if SouFLo, and I'm gonna get the phone so other people could call. I decided, Sam, I don't want to have no children. You understand? That was my choice. You understand what I'm saying? But if I know, so the man when me there with, no one none pick me, and the man, you know, so the man don't want to take care of the picnic. Me not go bring the picnic into the world. No. But that's what that man.
Talk truth.
Yeah, talk it out.
When you start out, you know, I say, my God, this I go all the way around. but you draw me in and you talk a whole lot of sense. Yeah.
Because they not tell the truth. SouFLo, these women, they might, maybe this is a whole nother topic. But you said this bomber clad woman, them, SouFLo, you see all of them, me say them for no breed at all. Because them live with them bomber clad pussy. You understand? Listen. Yeah, all right. One more thing before I go. All right. You see one waste man, SouFLo, it might have a big dick, right? And a bit heavy, right? And because I'm a waste man, him not know for do nothing else. Him not have none job. So all him know for do a fuck. Right? So SouFLo, me not gonna take up myself so go give that the waste man a picnic. Eh what? You see that? A sneaky link, that's enough. Because all me want from him is fuck. And him gone. You understand? Me not gonna give no baby to him. No, him have good dick. That's all you good for. You understand? So we have to don't know that the seed that him have. You don't breed for a man like that. You don't even get your back blown. And that's it.
But we got around here.
You understand me I said? But since these are women here, them take with them pussy, right? And they want to get baby to waste man. We're not giving baby to waste man, you know. He have to be a rich man and he have to say, yo, me see something in you where I want to marry you and build a family with you. And here we're gonna build this, we're gonna buy this house for we will raise a kid. And that will you give baby to, you know, give baby to no waste man. Only good for good dick. That's it.
But I can't disagree. Me I gotta talk more about what you just said still. Big up yourself
all the time. Big up yourself, you know, man. Hey, everybody in the comments.
One love, Sam.
Bye.
Yeah. To talk, my friend. You know, when you reach out heavy and it is me lose out the partner. I don't know and I don't want to know. But hear me now. All right, listen. She said a whole lot. I swear to everything I love. Yesterday I said to wife, I said, yo, you see the video will come out of Jamaica? Me so answer your call, fam. Please. Me see the video will come out of Jamaica where them a rob a delivery man, right? And two youth ride up on a young and one jump off at the back. And the way him stab after the man with the long knife, me have to say to myself, say, like you were really gonna stab a plunger knife in a man for him own bike. The delivery man cut, left him bike and he sit down the street, right? But he has a remote control for the bike. So when the boy jump on the bike now and try to ride away, as he's running away, him shut down him bike. The bike drop him on road. Him brethren now ride away, had to come back and pick him up. So me I said to myself, me I said to wifey yesterday, I said, you see, waste people like them there. I have some idiot gal out here who are gonna lay down and breathe for them kind of people there and know damn well what he out here doing, how him live, how him mind set up. These are the people. And now they have a trend. It's trending in Jamaica. I hear a girl I sing about only gunman can shift my baggy and all these things. And then you hear the younger girls then pick it up because it's trending, right? I'm not beat down no artists, but I'm saying when these things start to trend, remember, gunman in she hole, she like that. And that's how it started, and it went from that to now them a sing about only gunman can shift my baggy. Even Stefflon Don over in the UK made a song about a gunman she love and all this. I'm like, look at them pushing this narrative for the destruction of our females, right? Because she gonna take up a big waist man who his mentality is definitely not, yo, my children come first. And I'm gonna make sure I stabilize myself in life. I make sure I'm thinking about longevity and I'm thinking about the future. May I set up myself for even if anything happened to me today, my youth them all right and don't have to ask nobody for nothing. That's not his mentality. So why are you breeding for a man like that though? But what she said about him just good for the ride and all that, and then a sneaky link that, don't do that. Don't even do that because that's how it starts. I want to know how someone will get careless already. Oh, it feels so good. Take off a condom. I want to start talking all kind of foolishness around there. When you're not careful to get it raw or get it wrap up on before you know it, you breed for him. See? And you know who you breed for. But I'm glad she the one that said all the other stuff, them stress, them weave, look frigged up, cause I couldn't have said it. Cause them would have beat me. Yo, SouFLo going like him here, woman, and all that, right? I couldn't have said it. Let's take this call. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, SouFLo.
Loud and clear. Good morning, family.
Real quick and fast.
All right.
The reality of most women in our community, most of them have more than one job. More than one job. So what you do find is some of those women would have boyfriends and leave their young children with the man to babysit. That in its case is a dangerous thing because if you watch Ayanla Van Sant and those other shows, you will see that that is where some of the children get molested.
All right.
So that in itself should let you know. I'm not for abortion. I can't say because I've never been in that position. But if you're not ready, it's, God forgive me. It's better not to have it than have it and then your child is getting molested and being mistreated behind your back because you need to go to work.
Yeah, you know what? I don't want to be a hypocrite, so I put it like this. Because I was out there having sex when I wasn't ready to be no father to no children. However, because of my upbringing and my background, you see my family don't play around. My family is like this. Oh, you have one child out there. Okay, they're glad to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Where the baby there? Right? So you're going to be accountable. I come from one of those families where I am forced to be accountable. Some people come from a family where they don't care. The family don't business. Them will even help the person to brag. How him have 12 youth out the road and one day me hope to meet my grandchildren, them and thing. But me see one round, that's how I kind of look like you and then make him feel a boost ego and thing. But I come from that background for me personally. So family in itself plays a big role, right? In family in itself plays a big role in the mentality of the person. But at the same time, I firmly believe, this is my belief now that I'm older and wiser, if you are not in a position to take care of a child, then you should be keeping your leg closed, back your fist, do whatever else you have to do, play with toys, but stay out of and off of people thing. No ride no pole, no sink no pole in nobody hole, no do none of that because you're not in a position to take care of a child. Condom bus, picnic come same way, right? You're not, you need, and we have too many oops babies. I said this one time and people got mad at me. We have too many oops babies. You can look at your child and say, you were a oops. Oh, damn, my period didn't come. The boy breathed me, you know. We have too many of those babies. So if you're not in a position, you shouldn't be.
And I have done that. I am going to be 33 this year. As you guys are saying, my age of the calendar. But I don't have children. And it's
a conscious decision. It's a conscious decision to not have children for you.
I always wanted children, but I didn't have the money. I was in school, but now I'm finished. That's why you need to let me in the chat so I can fish.
I saw. You're not in the chat?
No, I asked you and you told me it's full.
Oh, you talk about the WhatsApp chat. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's full. I can't help you with that one. But listen, the
All
only
right, come on,
big up
baby.
yourself here, manners and respect.
All right.
Listen, the only abortion I would say yes, do it, I support it, is if it's rape. But here's what dangerous. If they do it state by state, like the first caller was saying, I have seen a Texas, not a governor, but a Texas politician that works in the White House. I've seen him say they will outlaw it straight across the board. And why? Them ask him, so what about rape? The man said, God didn't make no mistakes. All children are a blessing. So if the child came through rape, it's what God intended. So this can get very dangerous when we start talking about the Roe versus Wade something and all that, and then leave it up to states. Because you have some men out there that are very callous and insensitive when it comes to women, and they're gonna be like, "Well, I rape, you get raped, so what? Your body was." Another one said your body was designed to take it. You'll get over the trauma of the event, right? The attack. You'll get over the trauma of the attack in time to come. But anything else after that, your body was designed to take it. And all children are a blessing. So if a child came through rape, then you should have the child. Imagine that being forced on you. And you live in Texas, so now you're driving to Florida where abortion is legal to go dash with this baby because man rape you and breed you. Live on the air with SouFLo, good morning.
Hi,
And
good
incest
morning,
too,
Papa.
yes.
How are you?
I'm good, family. How you doing?
Well and blessed. Thank you.
All right, awesome. You on this topic this morning?
On the which, I'm sorry?
I said if you are listening to the topic this morning.
Yes, I'm listening.
Okay.
And I just have a quick comment. You made a very good statement short a little while ago
Right.
about how things could get dangerous when it's left to the state to make decisions
Right.
on women's bodies.
Right.
So there was a candidate out in Michigan, and one of his statements was he's for banning abortions.
Mm-hmm.
And he would tell his daughters, and in the case of rape,
Mm-hmm.
that then to just lie down and take it. And don't worry about aborting a fetus, because if a man rapes you, it's not the end of the world.
That was a politician that said that, right?
Yes, and he
Yes.
lost his race last night, District 74 in Michigan.
Ah, see, and him is one of them that I was talking about. But it's not only him. There's a lot of them in a lot of these different states that carry the same
28
ideology.
states.
Yeah, that carry the same ideology. So it's gonna be dangerous for women if they do that.
Yeah, and the draft opinion that was leaked, it's in there. They're not giving us word for word, but that methodology is written in there because all of these hoops, they believe all of that.
Wow. So
The people that wrote that opinion and are in agreement with it
Mm-hmm.
behind those closed doors, that it's a cult. That's what they believe.
Thank you for sharing. So he lost last night, you said?
Yes, he did. He lost to a woman. And it was a Trump 16 plus district, and he lost that because of things that he said.
Mm-hmm.
And people are waking up to reality.
Yeah, because even those women who don't support the other side will switch sides when it comes to that. They don't want you in control of their body. They don't want you
Exactly.
making things dangerous for them. You know, a person might make a mistake, but they shouldn't lose their life after making a mistake. We make mistakes that we can live to recover from, even if it's a severe mistake, you know, and go on with life and become wiser and stuff.
Absolutely, because no one knows the future.
Exactly.
But
Absolutely.
Science is there to help us to curb it somewhat. As you mentioned, Texas, there's another case where after 20 weeks, they consider it abortion even if the fetus is in danger and the mom is in danger.
And a woman was forced to give birth under those conditions, and the baby lived for 2 hours because there was a tumor that was detected late in the pregnancy. And even though she had a C-section, Texas considered it an abortion. So on her record now, she's considered someone who had a late-term abortion, which are the things that they're using to drive their policy changes. Evil.
Weird.
Very.
Weird.
But, you know, we don't know people's lives. We don't know what goes into it. We hear things after the fact.
Right.
Because none of us is in these people's bedrooms or wherever they're, you know,
right.
having their intimate relations. But I don't judge because, I mean, I can't have no kids, but I'm 56 years old. But if the choice is to make a life or death decision and the only option was to have an abortion, I would choose life.
Got it.
You know, but you know, hopefully things change and cool down a little bit.
Yeah, let's see where
private
this
life
goes.
become private again.
Exactly. Let's see where this goes.
Yes.
I appreciate you greatly. Thank you.
Always. You have a wonderful day.
All right, family. You too.
Take care, dear.
Bye-bye. Listen, which, while we're talking about this, our two other stories could come right into this. What she just said, or what the other caller said about like when children say mommy leave her child with her man and whatever. We run through two stories for you real quick. Here's one of them. A Florida mother, right, hit up a nightclub for a couple of hours as her toddler slept on the sidewalk, and her two other kids were also left at home alone. Her name is Shyla Heidelberg. She's 25 years old, and she was arrested on Saturday after one of her children, at 3 years old, was discovered at 1 a.m. wrapped in a blanket, neatly asleep on the sidewalk outside of her apartment complex in Fort Walton Beach. According to Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office, responding deputies then found Heidelberg, two other children, asleep alone inside a unit at the Choctaw Village Apartments, where a security officer at the complex had initially spotted the 3-year-old walking around outside. She's 25. She got 3 kids already at 25. Okay, no man around. Heidelberg was busted when she returned home from the club. Admitted to investigators that she had gone out to the club, but she said, I was only there for about 90 minutes. She said she left her kids behind to fend for themselves, and she admitted to that part. Now check this out. If you want to know who this is, right? Again, let me draw her on my next computer. See her there? You're 25, 3 children, no man. The club is calling. It was that important to go to the club. And you know, I've seen parents say this all the time, especially our women say this all the time. Shit, I'm stressed out. I need to go out for a drink. I need to have a girls' night out. Girl, I'm trying to tell you, and you have these other friends that encourage them to do this. And that's what I'm saying is, along with all the other bad choices you made, like breeding for some guy that didn't even deserve pum pum in the first place. Like no woman should ever give this type of person pum pum in the first place, right? But like one of the other callers said, you know, it's heavy and him can do him thing with it, but that's all him good for and that's all him do, yeah, and all that. And you got caught up. 3 kids in one go, right here. Here's another story, and this story was our last story, which is going to tie everything in. We're not going to talk about the missing correction officer yet because she out there doing her own thing, but new details have emerged, and I covered this on my other channel, which is Hot Topics TV. Let me spell it for y'all because some of y'all are looking for the channel and can't find it. I spell it like this: HOTTOPPIX TV with 2 T's and 2 P's. XX. Don't do any Jamaican stuff or any Yankee out on that channel, but I cover different types of topics, right? And stuff, and new stuff. So anyhow, in this particular case right here, so this man, this mom leaves her daughter at home, right, to go to work. She's in a training program. She leaves. This is her man, her boyfriend, her live-in man. 5 years they've been in a relationship together. Walk with this story. 5 years they've been in a relationship together. After 5 years in the relationship, after dating him for 2 years, she decided to move him in with her and her daughter. She decided to move him in with her and her daughter. He's coming into court. He is in custody, for those of you who can see it. Right? The family is there. They're distraught. The original story that I covered was what originally happened. So the little girl, let me get you up to speed, then I'll give you the update to the story. The little girl calls her sister. Her sister is in the Air Force. She calls her sister. She said, please come pick me up because mommy's boyfriend in here acting weird. Her sister says, I'm on my way. Her sister is 19 years old and in the Air Force. Her plan at 16 was to finish high school and join the Air Force like her older sister. Her mom's at work, leaves her 16-year-old at home with this man who's been in that little girl's life for 5 years now. So he has been there since she was what, 10, 11? Remember I told you about these friggin' pedophiles and how they come in and how they already got zero in on who they want, but they're gonna do everything to make and bring her flowers, treat her like no man has ever treated her before, rub her back, cook her food, clean the house, do everything shall blow her mind. She's like, yo, this is the man right here. No other man I ever been with was like this. All right, he's working towards his goal. He's getting to his victim. He knows why he wants to. I'm going to make myself get moved into that house because I got to get to this girl. All the family members, her sisters, her cousins, everybody says, we never expected this. He was the perfect man. Like we thought he was good for her. You know, never saw anything coming. Her mom's at work. She calls her mom FaceTime. She's fully dressed and ready to go. She's screaming, Mom, help me. She turned around her phone and shows her mom's man is standing in her bedroom in the dark with just the light coming in from another part of the house. In the girl bedroom, you know. And she's saying, Mom, he's in my bedroom. Get him out. This woman tells her man, get out of her room. Like his name is, get out of her room, John. Why are you in her room? He gets out of her room. The phone hangs up. Oh no, he didn't get out of her room. She started screaming, Mom, he has a gun. The phone hangs up. He attacked that little girl. He took the phone from her and hung up the phone. He shot her multiple times because now he has found out, right? Okay, when I first did the story, I said, you know what? Hi, sugar. Hi, mommy. When I first did the story, hi, Papa. You want to come say good morning to my audience, but then you're going to have to go back over there. Say good morning.
Good morning.
All right. Hi, Mommy. You want to come say good morning? Say good morning, Mommy. Say hi. Hi. You want to say hi? You looking at Milani? You see how she pretty? You see the pretty? she look for me like, where kiss for fuck? No, put the baby down. Okay, Papa, you gotta go. Go play with your toys. Daddy'll be finished soon. Let me tell you what this man did, right? He shot her multiple times, the girl. All right. Now here's the sad part about this. Here's the update. Because when I first did the story, I said he was either molesting her before and it didn't come out. Because him not just jump up one night and say, I have to get it tonight. But hear how deep this goes. The man that was accused of shooting and killing the 16-year-old daughter of his girlfriend faced the judge Monday morning. Van Bursbun is his name. This man is 60 years old, 60. And he's charged with murder in connection with the death of this 16-year-old girl, a sophomore in Nimitz High School. He's being held on a $1 million bond, which he can't make, so he's going to remain in custody. And now, however, the judge has now increased his bond to $2 million to make sure he can't go nowhere. More details were released over the weekend about the teen that was killed in her home, and they gave the home address and all that. It all started at 1 a.m. when Harris County Precinct Deputy Constable responded to a weapons disturbance when Lauren's sister, the 19-year-old sister, called the police. And then when Lauren, called her mom and told her sister that her mom's boyfriend was holding her hostage, and she was trying to, says Karika, which is her sister. All my sister wanted was just to get away, just to get out of that house. Now, here's the thing. When deputies arrived, they said that they heard a gunshot inside the house as they were approaching the house. Investigators said that the deputies then heard a second gunshot. New information, one of the deputies said, as we were walking into the house, he was walking towards us, pulling his pants up from the knees up. She was dead in the room with her jeans pulled down to her knees. This is her mother's boyfriend, right? This is her mother's man of 5 years, who she dated for 2 years before moving him into the house. So you see, when I say stuff like, some of you women want man like how dry peas want water, and you put your children on the back burner, and you tell yourself stupid stuff like, oh, if I'm not happy, nobody is going to be happy, so I have to make myself happy too. And me as somebody, I need love too. And all this, you leave yourself open for things like these to happen. You know what I'm saying? Fun fact, real talk. I put this out there before and I said, you see my daughter? I put this out there before and I said this. If a girl ever, may I dash where you and your new man, and I don't care how long he been around, may I dash that. Yeah. So nobody feel like say I can't left and go say and go pick up man and have man in the house with my picnic and all that. I'm on that like white on rice. And it's gonna be very hectic. You know what I'm saying? See, some men don't care. Some men don't care. So them breed up a woman and them go about them business. And so what if she have a new man? Me never care anyway. You know, and your little children over there suffering with this new man right off your little daughter until it got to the point she couldn't take it no more. Now he's standing in her bedroom. He's 60. She's 16. That's your mom's man in the little picnic bedroom. She have to FaceTime her mom at work and showing her you in there to get. And then mom said to the news media, he had been inappropriate before, or he had been strange before. What was she saying? Say him try after your daughter before and you knew about it, but you still kept them in the house anyways, and you left them to go late night work. Work. These things happen because women want somebody to help them pay the bills. In a lot of cases, that's what it is. Me so I take up 2 jobs. You know what I'm saying? I know people that got 2 jobs and they leave their 16-year-old at home alone. Now, of course, that could be interpreted any which way. Other things can happen, whatever. But it won't be a wolf that you brought into your hen house. You could, nowadays, a lot of things are cheap. You can monitor your home through your phone with a camera. and you leave your 16-year-old there and you could check in anytime, and you leave rules for that 16-year-old. You're in this part of the house where the camera is, and I can see you all the time until I come home. You put your computer right here, you do all your schoolwork right here, you can switch it off and watch some TV right there. You fall asleep right here. You want to go to the bathroom, go to the bathroom. Other than that, I have eyes on the entrance, exit points of my house and on this living dining area where you're going to be until I get home from work. There's so many other alternatives out there other than to leave your picnic at home with one man, a nighttime at that. You know? But that's what it ended up being. And you see little girl, pretty, and she had dreams and goals for herself, and she was, a high school student, man. Boy, rough. But y'all gotta be careful. Y'all gotta be careful out there and put them babies first, man. Put the babies first. In all things, put the babies first. Because they're the ones that really suffer. Remember, I said yesterday one time, 2 adults decide, move on, go ahead. I don't want you no more. Yeah, I don't want you no more, neither. All right, I'm gone. All right, go on. Take yourself on, go ahead. These babies, they didn't ask to come into that union, and they sure as hell are not prepared for what you have coming next. You not even prepared for what you have coming next. Half of the time, you don't even know what you have coming next. Right? So like the first caller said, it's about accountability, right? So let's be accountable. Let's be accountable as a people and start really putting our children first. Let's just stop letting it be, oh, I love you, and it's just words. Let it be some action behind it. Sacrifice a little bit to make sure that they have that foundation that they need to grow up as stable people with a stable mindset, so they could go out into the world and function as progressive, productive adults. Not true? Enough people walk around out there that's traumatized from their past, and they're adults today and they're still traumatized. Some people hold it down and don't say nothing. Remember the lady that said her mom's boyfriend did it to her for years, and up to this day, her mom don't know, and she never told her mom. She just made sure she left home early, first chance she got, and stuff like that. So then people that walk around as adults still carrying that cross, while mommy's still happy with our man. You see? Anyhow, we're at the top of the hour, and you see, this princess ain't going nowhere. Not true, mommy? Your turn now. Say it's my time. All right. We're going to leave it right here. Manners and respect to each and every one of you that's tuning in this morning. I thank you for being here. I appreciate you greatly for making my day every morning when we tune in. All right. Big up on yourself. And shout out to all the people with the greens. Go get your membership. We're trying to reach something. I'm telling you, the first time you're here, I'm going to say $500 giveaway. Blah, blah, blah. You're going to smile knowing that you did that. All right. One love. I'm out. Oh, mommy gone? Peace. Baby, I got you. You talk yourself into it. All right, so.